Business on One is proudly brought to you by the Government Institutions Pension Fund.
The GIPF conducts an actuarial report every 3 years to evaluate whether the fund's assets are able to cover liabilities, a common practice among pension funds. For the period ended the 1st of March 2021, the report indicates that the GIPF remains in a healthy state, having met the target funding level of between 105% and 115%.
I'm happy to say that for the period ending 31st of March 2021, the report shows very good results, that the fund is sound, that the fund is in a position to pay its short, medium, and long-term liabilities. It is funded by a factor of 13% above normal. In other words, we have a surplus of 13% above the liabilities. In this case, in terms of figures, the fund was found to have 135 billion Namibian dollars in terms of assets, and the liabilities of 118 billion. So leaving a surplus position of 16 billion. That is after taking into account reserves of 21%, which in this instance was 21 billion Namibian dollars. The reserves are put aside on identified major risks that have been noted.
According to Nuyoma, GIPF uses an asset liability modeling investment strategy to mitigate investment liability. This also allows them to be aware of the likely outcome of the evaluation from the actuarial report.
As a defined benefit fund, it's so critical that we keep our eyes on the liabilities. Hence, we look at an asset and liability model in terms of allocating assets when investments are being made, in terms of the type of assets we purchase. So we use an investment model which have an emphasis on liabilities at all time. And on a monthly basis, it's not only the income returns that we look at, but we also mimic or we tabulate mathematically what will be the potential liability at any given time. That's why when it came out, we were all along already aware the valuation at the end of the day will more or less come out the same way as it has come out today.
GIPF is the largest pension fund in the country, and they have been honoring their statutory obligation, with the actuarial valuations serving as a tool that enables them to manage the pension funds by setting an appropriate organizational and investment strategy.
Business on One was proudly brought to you by the Government Institutions Pension Fund.